Hi, I'm Terry with Terry Hound Associates. Today we're going to look at a property at 13880 Highway 101 South in Greenpond. It's right at the intersection of Greenpond Road and Highway 101, which is a prominent location, and in the future I'm sure its prominence is going to grow. It has a lot of road frontage on 101. And the house is unique. It needs a little work, but I think somebody can enjoy it as a home, a business, a gathering spot, for events. There's a lot of possibilities here. So you want to come out and look at this property. I can't show it all to you in the video, but let's head inside and see what we can see. Okay, I've just stepped inside the front door. My back is to it. I'm calling this a living room, Avon room, and this thing has some high ceilings. A little paint peeling off of it, but that's part of it. And here's a fireplace. And I'll give you a view of this when we're over in what I'm calling the den, but it's got nice hardwood floors. Big tall windows. That's the kind of thing I like. All right, let's step in the next room. I'm calling this the formal dining room. Again, we got our big high ceilings, maybe a couple of stains up there, and some of the plaster may be cracked. But it's an older home, and you got to expect some things. Again, hardwood floors. That's why I want you to come out here. I can't show you the whole house in this quick video. I'm gonna step across the room. All right, and here's our fireplace in here. Just about every room has a fireplace, and there's a closet over there, or you could call it a pantry. And there's a little foyer area between the living room and the dining room. All right, let's step in the kitchen. All right, I'm gonna try to look at two rooms at once here. This is our kitchen. It's got cabinets, appliances down one side. It has an island here in the middle and some more cabinets over here. Again, the big high ceiling, it's up there. And our hardwood floors. All right, while we're here, I'm going to turn around and we'll get that bath over there in just a second. This is, I'm calling this the den, but it has this elaborate woodwork where you enter it. And again, the high ceilings in here. Another fireplace. Hardwood floors. And while we're here, why don't we look back? This is the living room that we came in a while ago. Got some stained glass windows in those main entry doors. And we'll get one more view of the dining. Need a little touch up on that paint up there. I've been in this house after it rained, and I don't remember seeing any water. Off the kitchen is a half bath and a sink, and your washer and dryer connections right here. So while you're cooking, be running the washing machine and everything like that, and got a lot of storage in the cabinets. All right, we're gonna go down off the den to another room. All right, if you're facing the house, this is on the back right-hand corner. Again, a big high ceiling. Somebody's put a little tile up there. Light fixture. These hardwood floors, they're in pretty good shape. Another fireplace. Now this, some people doesn't call it a bedroom, this has a closet, but you know, this house is probably old enough. When I grew up, I had a bedroom. We didn't have a closet. I had, some people call it a wardrobe, but I was taught it was called a chaperobe. I have no idea how to spell it. The plaster's cracking over there a little bit, just inside the door. That ought to mud up pretty easy, or you can take it down and put up sheetrock. Some people do that. Again, nice hardwood floors. All right, let's go to the next room right off the kitchen. All right, I would think this is the master bedroom. We have a fireplace again. You don't have to keep all these fireplaces if you don't want them. And there's your ceiling, needs painting. And I think there's a place, yeah, it's right behind me. I'll show it to you. Plasters come off the wall. There's a closet over there in the corner. But there's another closet. Let's show you that. Again, hardwood floors. This is what I would call a closet. It's got a lot of shelving in it, but you could change that out and put a few racks in for your hanging clothes and that type thing. And then right off of that room, here's a master bath. And that's where your water heater is, in that closet. We have a walk-in shower, nice size, pedestal sink. Here's your toilet. And the ceiling's a little lower in here, but I did want to show you this. Somebody has done a little work on the wiring here, because these are breakers, not fuses. And I just wanted to mention that while we were here. Okay, here's a stairway that goes about halfway up. And if you're outside looking at the roof, you can probably tell how this works. But I'm gonna call this a little study, office, reading room, and I'll meet you at the top of the stairs. Okay, I'm at the top of the stairs. It's not a big room. It's got lower ceilings, but for a desk, maybe a TV, your computer, all that would work. They do have carpet in this room. I do not know what's up under the carpet. And then got another stairway, so I will meet you at the top of that stairway. Up here we have 2 bedrooms. This is one, not real large, but, and then there's a closet. Come right down, we've got a bath. With a closet, and then one more bedroom. So you could conclude 3 to 4 bedrooms, according to how you use that room without the closet. There's a closet over there, and has another one here. All right, we're gonna head outside, walk around just a little bit. I know this is getting to be a long video. All right, we're back outside, just looking around. There's a front porch. It does wrap around this side, not as far as the other side, but it, as I look at the roof up here, it looks to be in good shape. That's why I couldn't understand a few spots inside, but it's probably been reworked during that time. All right, let's take a look over here. This is our garage. A little paddock there, and we do have some horse stalls, so we'll take a quick look at that area. The garage has a shed on it for storage. On the left hand side goes the length of the building. And while we're here, I don't think this pasture on this side, it'll be the left hand side of the house, has been bush hogged recently. Probably have to cut back some of these trees and all and get it back in shape for you if you decide to have some horses. All right, this is our garage. It has a garage door, and you can enter 2 of the stalls from in here. And then there's a a gracious space for workshop, tools, equipment, whatever you might want to have out here. And there's some storage above the stalls, and I'll leave that ladder here with it. Pretty good size space right here. All right, this is the right-hand side of the garage. They've got a little cooking patio out here. If you're entertaining and want to be at the pool. Now, I did not, or we did not, drain the pool or get it set up this year. You can do that. And the equipment's out behind the barn. But it's got a big decking area, really nice, and it's out here in the back, and you can have your cookouts and your parties. All right, I'm down here behind the garage area. Some of this tin is going to have to be worked on this part of the building. We've got 4 horse stalls and what I'm going to call a well, the word slipped my mind. We've got 4 horse stalls in here, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and a tack room. And you're definitely gonna have to work on the roof on it. It's the tin's coming off of it. But it's a large room for extra storage and things like that. And there's a good look at your pasture down to the end. All right, we're back by the pool. And over, there's a couple of big trees down in that pasture. We're not going to cut them or fix them or anything. Over by those logs, they had a garden area over there. Here's a look at the back of the house. The end roof looks pretty good back here. Looks like it's been vinyl sided. Maybe a few windows replaced. They've got 2 heat and air systems. I cut on the thermostat and the fan tried to spin, but I think it might need just a service call out here to get that going. And now as I continue forward, you can see the pasture area down to the Dollar General over there. You see the cars in the parking lot. It's got a lot of road frontage. If you had a family, wanted more houses, a lot could be done here. And this is the side that really needs to get some columns and all set up on it and keep that roof over the porch intact. That's the den area. That door comes out, so right through the den, the kitchen, eat out here on the porch if you wanted to, and something quick to drink. Another shot of the pasture. This side's not as bad as the other. Had a couple of trees blow over in the hurricane back a few months back. And in the driveway, it's a big magnolia there, blooming right now. Pretty front yard. And we'll end up back at the front door. It's going to be a beautiful place for somebody. Okay, that winds us up here in Gray Court. You need to come out and look at this property. It's an important location. and you need to see the things in the house that possibly you might want to do to it, and what you might want to do to the property and the land. Be sure to come out to our open houses, and before you bid, read the contract package, look over the house, make sure you know what it's about, and that it's something that you can use in your future.